we get to some spoilery talk. I don't know. I don't remember much of the story to have a spoilery talk or not. So yeah, Jason Momoa's character dies. I don't know about the Josh Brolin character. I don't really know. It's to me this movie was just. I mean, Zendaya's cute. I mean, I'm glad she and Tom Holland are together. As long as they don't get in the paparazzo territory, they can stay together. And yeah, Dave Bautista's pretty good. It's just honestly what I felt watching this. I felt really bored. I don't know what it was. Now, I think what helped with the '84 movie that Universal made was that it it had that '80s Duran Duran, Sting, Joe Jackson, not Michael Jackson's dad, uh, Tears for Fears, kind of '80s rock and roll music video feel to it. Like it got a bit of ridiculous. I mean, you have an actor who played uh, I forgot the son, right? Paul Atreides, and there's Leto Atreides. Here you got Oscar Isaacs and Timothy Chalamet, and then you have the other actors from the '84 movie. The main character, the prince, reminds me of the guy from Amadeus. Kind of a little bit silly, a little bit goofy, but not too goofy. Like he's not too over the top. Like with Mozart, with Amadeus in the '84 movie, he was like over the top. Honestly, like seeing this, I mean, it's a beautifully made movie, as George Lucas would say, but I just felt like, what the fuck was going on? So yeah, characters die. You put your hand in the box, or you'll feel pain, or the vibroblade battle that like in the original movie was Patrick Stewart. In this one, it's Josh Brolin. So there are beats that are repeated, and yeah, I get that maybe some people who hate my review right now say, "Oh, come on, it's part one. Part two will come out. It'll be much better." Like I don't want to see a shitty part one and then a part two it's better because then part one's negated. It's kind of like with the Injustice movie where you can't cover all the 5 years in one movie. It would be better to have a mini series like on HBO Max and stuff like that. I mean, the Dune series I have yet to watch. I didn't even, when I started watching the '84 version, right after I watched like the first half hour of this. So I never watched it. There were so many movies that came out. The Black Hole, Dune, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Last Starfighter, E.T. There was so many '80s movies. You had to keep up with Star Wars and everything else. It was just ridiculous. So honestly, I felt like, yeah, there are things you look at here and they're interesting. And this little fight, the fight with all the people dancing around, this doesn't last too long. It's a vision and a vision. I don't know. It's just I'm watching the fan edit of that '84 movie. I won't say where. I kind of already said where, to be honest with you, but I just don't feel great about this 2021 version. So I mean, there is a fan edit out there. You'll know where to find it. Obviously, the legalities I can't really. I'm not going to put it in the description, but I told you in the original review where you can probably find it as that machine. Fuck off! Oh, go, go! Fuck these people. I hate my neighbors. I really do. As that creature in a giant tank says, "I never said this. I never said this. I was never here." So you'll have to find that 3 hour edit. It's really good. And the miniseries, I'm guessing the miniseries is pretty good. But like with the '84 movie, you were just curious about the world. It was like if Jabba the Hutt really went legitimate, or if he wasn't such a crime syndicate character, and if he ran his business the way he did, like Tatooine would have been like the primary focus. So it's like Star Wars. You're just curious about the world that you're looking at in the '84 movie. Maybe I'll talk about the fan edit at some point, and just like tell you what I thought of it. But um, just like I was just so into that world. Maybe it's because I grew up as a kid in the '80s, and there's some nostalgia I hold on to. Like with Star Trek 2009, the J.J. Abrams stuff, I'm a little more partial to that. Like so, some reboots I like, but there are some things as I look back and forth, I said no, the '84 movie holds up way better than 2021. I like Zendaya. I like Jason Momoa, but honestly, I just could not feel this movie if I tried. And I'm just, oh, no, 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 no. So I still stick to a 4 out of 10. Um, I wanted to watch The Protege with Maggie Q on. I got it on DVD. I'm happy with that. At least with that movie, you don't need like it's a cheap action movie with some good actors and some bad plot points. It's not a movie that needs a mini series or a sequel or a prequel or a parallel or an animated sequel or whatever. It's just one movie with Michael Keaton and Samuel L. Just watch it. You're done. You move on with your life. This you have to with Dune, like Star Wars, like Marvel, like Image Comics or Masters of the Universe. This implies that you would need sequels and prequels and all this stuff, or like Harry Potter. You got to have all these things, a connected Dune verse, a Dune universe. So um, I just, oh god damn that movie. I mean, I had a late night helping out people for a party for a Halloween party. Um, it's was a temporary thing just to get paid a little bit, and I was very busy, and I watched this late at night, the middle of the night, and I was falling asleep. I was like, oh God, it's the sleepiness of the atmosphere in this reboot. That's what it is. That's all that matters. So time to move on with my life and watch something better.